beautiful Sagittarians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your blue moon reading. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder that this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful that scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. If anyone claiming to be me asks you for money, e-gifts, donations, it is fake. Please report them. I do not have Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. So anyone on those platforms masquerading as me, please report them. It is a scam. Okay, let us move straight on, my beautiful Sag. This is your blue moon reading. Blue moon occurs on the 22nd of August. Now I'm going to cleanse your space hourly as well as mine, just so that we sync energies and have sort of clear energy before we begin. Although I've already cleansed the space, I thought it'd be nice to reach out to your area as well. So if you have headphones in, please adjust your headphones so I do not hurt your wonderful ears, and let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Sag, let's get straight to it. This is the blue moon reading. It occurs on the 22nd of August, and it is basically an amplified energy. When you think of the sentence, once in a blue moon, it's because it doesn't happen very often. It's very rare. This is the second full moon to rise in the sign of Aquarius and the second full moon in the season of Leo. So double opportunity for luck, abundance, and for reaching summer goals. Also is a time to inspire not only yourself but others and embrace your individuality, making way for any necessary adjustments to your plans in order to support your goals, dreams, and intentions. It's okay to adjust the plan. Doesn't mean you failed. There's only learning in this lifetime. And it is about honoring your true intentions in alignment with your heart. So it's time to seize the day, as it were, when you're manifesting, and capitalize on that sort of double energy in both Aquarius and Leo energy at the same time. It is a rebellious time, actually. It's time for sort of revisiting our rebellious energy and being unconventionally ourselves. So how would you like to receive? Thank you so much. Now, so let us see. I'm scrying in the water, so I've just looked down. I've just looked down at the cards. I sort of feel my way to them. Obviously, I can't prove that. You can't see my eyes, so you do have to take my word for it, I'm afraid. But actually, the first card is adjustments are required. Okay, so I'm just doing a quick moon spread. 4 positions here to see. Now, this is the first card for you. The first card, the first position is what is rising up within you. Adjustments are required. So you're already making the required sort of adjustments that are needed to tweak your plans. So if there's anything that's not working in your world, Sag, I feel like you're really looking at them. A cold, hard look. It's allowing you to release anything that may be keeping you stuck or you feel like is not in alignment with your heart and your true intentions. Now, every plan, it's wonderful. You know, you start with a plan always, and you're like, I'm going to do this. Now, always as we move forward, there's always going to be tweaking, okay? Even if you, I don't know why they're giving it to me like this, but they are. They're giving me, even if you, for example, write a screenplay or you write, a book or a novel, there's always going to be like a first draft. That's the plan, okay? And then you read back over it and you're like, okay, I can lose that bit, I can lose this bit. Actually, I'll add that bit, and this works a little bit better. So they're indicating we're always bending with the flow. And who you were yesterday, who you were 3 days ago, a month ago, 2 years ago, and you get the gist, we're always different, okay? We're different in every moment. So it is about tweaking until we find a sort of complete through line as to when we're happy with things that we are moving forward on. So remember, anything that you're letting go or releasing, it is not failure. It is only learning that is not necessary to your journey. So any adjustments that are being made, whether that's adjustments to friendships, career, love, to yourself, Sag, No one can change you, Sag. Only you can change you if you feel it is necessary. And you will feel within yourself, because if you're feeling negative all the time, or you feel like you're picking up negative vibrations, you start to sense, why am I feeling like that? What's in my world that's making me feel like that? And if you can't locate something within your outer external circumstances, you kind of then start looking inward and go, okay, if there's nothing going on the outside, what is it within me? What is it I'm not achieving within myself? Where is it I'm not fulfilling my needs? And there you adjust the plan and you sort of find your way towards that happiness that is within you. Your inner guide, your gut instinct is your map. Okay? Always. It's almost like your compass. Always follow your instinct. So anyway, moving on. The next position is the second position, which is, what is the solution to any challenge you face now? Courage is your key to success. Now, interesting, we've already had a new moon in Leo. We had that Lionsgate portal, okay? So very important. 8-8 was very important for you, Sag, especially since you're a fire energy. So whatever it is, believe and receive. Know that you can do this, whatever this is. Now, everyone's got a task that they feel is monumental and they're not sure if they can proceed forward. But it always takes that first step, whether it's write that email. I mean, sometimes we look at things and think it's just an email. But sometimes when you really want to invest in something, it's not just an email. It is what goes with the email. It is feeling all the emotions. It is feeling all the intention behind it. You know, if you're writing a letter to a loved one, you know, it takes a lot of thought, responsibility to find the right words. Humans, I feel like sometimes we're very fast and loose with words. We don't really realize the implications of what we're truly saying to others. So I feel like there's a lot of thought that goes into the pathway ahead, whether that's with friendships, career, love, whatever. Okay, so also know that you can do this, because whatever this is, if someone else has achieved it before you, Sag, in whatever area of life, whether it is love, career, friendships, then know that you can do it too. What's so special about that person that they can do it and you cannot? We're all one, okay? So if someone has done it before you, whatever it is you're trying to achieve, say for example, you want to set up your own business and you think, wow, maybe I can't do this. It's a monumental task. I'm not even sure how I can move forward. All you have to do is find someone who's done something similar to you, almost see a structure of like a formula, or even reach out to that person and say, hey, I really admire you, actually, and I think what you've created is incredible. I'm on a similar path myself, and I'm trying to set myself up, but you know what? I was wondering if you could give me any, do's and don'ts of how you navigated the way ahead. They're going to be more than willing to sort of help someone else avoid the pitfalls that they may have come across, or say, you know what, I wish someone had told me this piece of information before I started, and they will give it to you, okay? It's not that they see you as competition or a threat, because you are very individual, Sag. You're doing your own thing, okay? Very unique. So I don't know who needs to hear that, but that's what they're giving me here. Confidence is the key to success. Confidence within is the most important. Now, Leo energy is often associated with the ego, and not in a negative ego, of course. We all have different aspects of ego. It is about finding that belief within yourself. Believe and receive. I cannot say it enough. Our internal world actually helps create our outer world. Of course there's circumstances, of course there's fate, of course there's a divine plan and there's divine intervention, but thoughts do become things, okay? And it's very hard, I know as well, that one day you can feel like you can take on the world and climb every mountain, and then the next day you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so over that mountain. I don't even want to see that mountain ever again, and I don't think I'm going to proceed on this, okay? So we all navigate those ebb and flow emotions, but as long as you believe it, you can achieve it, Sag. No matter how long it takes, you will. Okay, so the advice is confidence is your key to success. And now the third position here is the advice. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So acknowledge how far you've come, Sag. Acknowledge it. Acknowledge that you've come a long way. You've endured a lot. You've been like a warrior, fighting your way, fighting your corner for all the things that you, number one, have in your world right now, and number two, all the things that you're trying to achieve. Now, of course, all of us, unfortunately, we go through hardships. The cycle of life is up and down. That's just the nature of things. It'll be a very rare person who has everything go well for them all the time in life, okay? Now, some people's journey are more traumatic than others. I know it feels like a bit of a cop-out for me to say it depends on the contract that you agreed when you came to this lifetime. Because someone once said when I went for a reading, because I cannot read for myself, they said, you agreed to struggle in this lifetime. And I was like, really? Whoa, send me right back and let me talk to my past self and say, what were you thinking? You know, we all have those moments, but the reader was actually on point with a lot of things. And when I realized and I surrendered to the journey and actually navigated it from a more free perspective rather than trying to crush the journey and get exactly where I want to go, when things started to just shift, they started to come towards me. Okay, so just be mindful. We don't have to sort of crush the energy and reorder what we want every day or what we're hoping for. Set an intention, take a first step towards it, and it will start magnetizing towards you. Okay, so you have been going through the ringer. It's okay to acknowledge that, you know, some of the wins that you got in life so far. Okay, Sag. So also, they just give me one word, which is breathe. Okay, so let's see what comes up in the reading. You know, it's almost like you got this. Okay, you've been through some of the worst of it already, Sag. So it's on the up from here on in. Okay, now, and the final position is the fourth position, the final outcome. Communication is key. So expect some sort of good news coming your way. We're going to go deeper and find out what's going on there. But it is in the sign of Gemini here. Communication is key. And I feel like speaking up for your needs is very important, okay? Especially with this rebellious energy that's coming through with the the second full moon in Aquarius. It kicks back that unconventional energy, and any fresh new ideas that come to you, anything, a different way of doing things, or, you know, they're instrumental to your journey, okay? So voice your opinions, voice your ideas. I mean, or even take action on your ideas, because they're very unique. They're given to you for a reason, and they're showing me, they often do this when they really want me to highlight how unique you are, Sag, which is, they're showing me a set of fingerprints. And whenever they do that, it can be, I mean, a couple of things. It can be you're going to make your mark, okay? You're unforgettable. Even though sometimes you may feel like that is not the case. So I'm sending you a huge hug, because sometimes we all go through phases where we feel pretty invisible, that nobody sees us, even though we physically are aware that we're here, Sag. But I feel like sometimes people don't really see us, and we feel misconstrued, or we feel, you know, that in some way we're like, are we so different from other people that we just don't gel? I don't know why they're giving this to me, but it is an energy of you're born to stand out. So acknowledge that and celebrate that, okay? But when they show me the fingerprints in particular, they're showing me that no other human on this planet has the same fingerprints as you. So that's how unique you are. You're here for a reason, and whatever it is that you feel, whatever it is that you think, you know, it is worth voicing. So make sure you keep your wonderful self spoken up there. Now let us go to the overall energy for this full moon period, see what's coming through for you. It also used to be called the Sturgeon moon, which was a time, we got the death card, so definitely a new beginning happening here, but you're definitely shedding something that was either holding you back or, whoa, okay, we got the Tower. Now I've noticed, and I keep a journal of my readings, just for the collective to see what's coming through. And I've noticed this time period, I feel like there's a major shift happening in September, okay? I'm not really sure what it is. My guides have not given it to me, but the Tower card has been coming up for every one of the full moon readings this time round, okay? Which I start to notice patterns. So just be aware, Sag, there's major change happening. I feel like it's for the collective rather than just for you, Sag. I feel like it's for the collective. So we'll see what's going on there. But anyway, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. The Empress card. Beautiful. So there's an energy of becoming here, which is actually quite special and quite beautiful. Honoring your inner guide. Now the Death card in the first position, which is your protagonist energy. This is the energy that you're leading with. It's almost like you're cultivating your world. You're cutting people out, not in an unkind way. I feel like you're just phasing out things that are unnecessary. And I don't mean people are unnecessary, but you may be really looking at how people really sort of reciprocate your energy, Sag, or vibe with you. The Death card signifies change, transition. It's a really transformative energy that allows you to move from one form to another. I feel like you're going through major changes in general, because we got the Death card, the Tower, we got the Moon, which is, you know, things coming to the surface, really looking at yourself and really, you know, seeing yourself from a different perspective, I feel, and acknowledging that, you know, intuitively you are so in tune with the universe and with the ebb and the flow of the universe right now. I mean, you always have been, but I feel like now it's so on point, because they're showing me a pin. They're showing me like I don't know what you call it. Sometimes I call it a thumbtack, but you know, it's like a tack that you put in the wall or in a board or something. It's like a pin, you know. Yeah, I don't know how to, you know, if you got like a cork board and, you know, they're showing me it's like a gold head on the top there, and you just pin things, pieces of paper, you tack it to the, you can call it a tack, I call it a thumbtack. You pin it to things, okay? So I feel like you've been on point, but also when you think about pin, you're sticking something together. I feel like it's like you're making a note. Now, either you're doing this as you're listening to this reading, you're making some notes and you're like pinning them to a board, because they're just showing me, it's almost like things are starting to make sense and you're starting to piece things together. Okay? Or maybe you're setting up an intentions board, or I'm not sure what that means, but I feel like something is very relevant and you're starting to notice things and you're pinning them all together. That's what I feel. Okay, the Death card signifies you letting go of anything that is making you feel resistant, whether that is fear or whether that is indecisiveness. Perhaps you felt a little bit disconnected recently. I feel like you're letting go of that stagnant energy and you're trying to move forward, because you may have felt a little bit stuck for a while, Sag. Now I'm going to pull a quick card on this to see if there's any major energy that comes through. I feel like you've actually sacrificed quite a lot for people in general, whether that's your career, whether it's love relationships, whether it is family. You do a lot of sacrificing, and I'm not saying that you're being selfish at all right now by putting your focus on yourself. That is not a selfish act. That is a very kind act. It's important, because often when we always focus on other people, we don't mean to, but we start to become resenting because or resentful, because our time and our attention is always over there, and we don't mind doing things for other people. We love other people. We want to do things for other people, especially the people in our soul tribe. But when it's constantly focusing on the other people, we start to think about how we're avoiding ourselves, or we have no time for ourselves, and we get a little bit ratty, a little bit narky, okay? And we don't mean to. But we just get a little bit like, oh my gosh, I've just run out of time again, and I was really wanting to do this thing for myself. So I feel like you're starting to streamline things a little bit, or cultivate your world in a different way, where you are allowing yourself to change, to make way for something greater, to you know, release old habits. Okay, so how would you like to receive? King of Wands. Oh, now this is lovely. I mean, we got a King of Wands here. Okay, King of Wands is very inspirational, an influencer, someone who's bold, someone who takes charge, someone who inspires. So you're definitely using that energy of the blue moon to be very confident in your own abilities and stick to your vision. So you're finding your vision, and you're not letting anyone sort of take your time or attention off it. Just be a little bit mindful of becoming a bit rigid with this energy. Don't be closed off to any new ideas. New ideas are very important for you, Sag. Just want you to be aware of that during this time. I mean, financially, it looks like there's like a pot of gold at the end of your ideas, or anything that you're really sort of passionate about, or whatever it is you're trying to achieve. So I feel like the Death card, it's like wherever you felt like you were keeping yourself stuck. So for example, if you're always doing everything for everybody, I mean, that's a wonderful trait, absolutely. If people are in need, it's great to be there. It's a wonderful, kind energy to be there. But you may streamline your time a little bit better, and sort of start thinking about your own needs, and set some time aside for yourself, for example, to finish that project, or get that idea that's been whispering at you for a while from the sidelines. I feel like it's going to be very, very lucrative financially. But also, the Ten of Pentacles often is about family energy as well. So you could be, you know, exhibiting healthier energy within the family unit that brings a lot of inspiration. You know, your opinion matters right now is basically what I'm saying. Okay, so if you fought to be heard for a while, Sag, I feel like that energy is changing. There's major changes here, and you're making the changes, but I feel like you're influencing your environment in a really sort of stable way. I do also feel like what you have to say or whatever it is you're doing or trying to achieve will leave a mark. You know, I feel like there is a legacy being left here. Your name is important, or whatever it is that you're trying to achieve is important. Okay, you matter, you're valid, and you don't need me to tell you that at all, Sag, but they're giving me this energy of, you know, you're not keeping yourself stuck anymore. Any inspiration that comes your way or whatever it is that you find you're strongly emotional about or you're passionate about, I feel like has the potential to be very, very successful and also lead to security for your family as well. Okay, so that's just an overall energy of what this moon energy is going to bring for you. Now we got the Tower. It is in the resistance position. Okay, so the resistance, basically it's like I got it in the reverse. So there was a reluctance here or denial or some sort of avoidant energy that was stopping you or preventing you from awakening in a certain area, or fear. I feel like you're trying to, the challenge is basically releasing fear and allowing the changes to happen. Okay, now human beings, not just you, Sag, but human beings in general, we kind of fall into patterns. There's the odd person who's a little bit of a maverick and they do things a little bit different. And of course, that's wonderful and we all do it at some point. But in day to day, we kind of fall into some sort of pattern. There's some sort of pattern that has been released here because the Death card and the Tower indicates major change. So I feel like you're affecting something, you're calling time on something and cultivating your world in a different way, but there's an awakening here. Your third eye is being sort of blown wide open, which probably happened, and I feel like it did happen around about the 8-8 portal. It's amplified energy. You're going to come to some sort of energetic climax, okay? Now the Tower often brings great change. So as I said, I've been getting it collectively. So let's see what is going to happen around the world in the next, well, I feel mid-September is a major change point. But the Tower card represents a surprise, okay? A paradigm shift. It could be a sudden different way of thinking about something, seeing things with new eyes, for example, going, whoa, I cannot, wow, how did I not see this before? Or it could be a major truth that comes your way that blows things wide open and is truly shocking to you. The Tower often means something comes along to make you see that you just have to let it all like happen. You can't control it, okay? There's no such thing as failure. Only change and learning. It gives you a chance to rebuild, okay? So it doesn't mean it's a negative energy, but it gives you a chance to let go of something that was holding you back, and it allows for positive transformation and makes you have your eyes wide open, okay? Now, in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, two figures, they leap out of a tower. The Tower represents prison or an energy where you feel like you're going round and round in circles and there's no change and you're not sure how to change. So sometimes the universe comes along with a lightning bolt to hit the crown chakra, which is basically the top of the tower, which is your deep knowing position. So something that you know you need to change, but felt powerless to change. It's almost like the universe comes along to give you a nudge in either direction if you've got a decision to make. So I'm going to pull a quick card on that and see what's happening there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please? Thank you so much. Wow. Okay, so this is something about, I mean, we got the Two of Cups here, and we got two twos. Okay, so it is major change. You may start to see double two, or 3 twos, or maybe just double two. But two is important. As you can see, we got the Two of Cups there. We got the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So for example, this could be that you're meeting love suddenly. You are not expecting it. Okay, not all surprises are negative with the Tower, but it does mean it's an old way of life. And stepping into a new energy of life. So, for example, it can be that you're meeting a new love relationship, a soulmate. If you are not with somebody, it could be that if you're with somebody, they, you know, suddenly propose to you, or, you know, you suddenly get a house together, or you suddenly are having children. You know, the Two of Pentacles indicates there's no sort of, it's almost like there's no weighing up options. It's like, bam, this is happening. okay? It's just, this is happening. Okay, now it doesn't have to be in love, Sag, if you're not looking for love. Some people are happily single and they do not want to fall in love, okay? So it could be that love shows up and you're like unprepared for it, but you're going to go with it anyway. But it could be if you're not looking for love, for example, you may be looking at partnerships. You know, all of a sudden your partnerships are balanced or harmonious, and that there is a lot of love around for you at this time. It could also be that you're partnering up in business. You know, it's about relationships when you get the Two of Cups there. And the Two of Pentacles indicates you're not letting anybody sort of be in and out of your life, basically. It could be that you're restructuring your world and your life and thinking, you know, do people treat me like a choice in my world? I'm just going to show you in the upright. If they treat you like a choice like that, then they're gone. But I feel like with it like this, it's like you're looking at your relationships in general, or your partnerships. Could be in work, could be in, you know, as I said, career, you know, your career path. It could be friendships. It could be love relationships where you're saying, are you committed to me on a deep level? If not, I'm shaking up the system. I'm releasing this sort of energy. I'm looking at reciprocal energy only. So I really feel like you're restructuring your world in a really healthy manner. And it's important because you know your worth. And we've got the Moon card here. This is the outcome position. The Moon card is about things coming to the surface. Things are unseen. So perhaps things you've not looked at within yourself before are starting to come to the surface. Whether that's you've been under a lot of pressure and you're feeling, you know, it's sort of your intuition is sort of coming up within you. This could also be, the Moon card often talks about fears as well, rising to the surface. So you can really process them and see that when we look at fear and we look at the root of fear, what is causing it, we identify the root. As soon as you look at the root and identify it, you shine a light on it. It doesn't become so scary anymore. We're often uncertain and unsure and scared of things that we're, you know, too scared to look at, or, you know, often the imagination is much more scary than when we look at the cold hard truth of it. Okay, there's a, I'm not sure which deck it is. I think it's way over there. Okay, yeah. So they're just giving me the Devil card. They show me a Devil card energy, okay, because they really want me to explain this to you, which is there is a hand that is creating a shadow against the moon, okay, and the moon basically represents illusion. Okay, illusion, things that we've built in our mind sometimes. And the hand is creating a lovely little shape of a bunny rabbit. But if you look at the actual, the shadow is created against the moon, it looks like the devil. Okay, so it's often like, you know, something, the way they're giving me is fear. When you really break down the word and take the first letter, you abbreviate fear, false evidence appearing real. So it is something that we may have built for ourselves to keep ourselves in a comfort zone, right? So they're asking you to look at anything. I feel like it will come to the surface, okay? Anything that you are processing, but you may feel a little bit hesitant or defensive about it at first, Sag. Let it flow. Also, I feel like there's going to be a clarity, a truth revealed here for you. I feel like there's definitely a message coming on in for you that actually brings you a lot of clarity. And I feel like it's an opportunity because I feel like something comes from nowhere. Either someone, they're giving me two things. So I'm going to give you the two things they're giving me. We'll be going deeper as well. The two things they're giving me is one, someone all of a sudden telling you how they feel. Now, whether that's in terms of love, because we had the Two of Cups there, or whether it's someone telling you, you know, how they've been feeling for a while and it's shocking you. I feel like it catches you off guard for a second, but then it's all good. It's all fine because we got the Empress card there. I feel like it's intuitively you knew something was coming, okay, as well. The Moon card often indicates there is opportunity hiding behind the scenes, you know, going to show up towards you from nowhere. And I feel like it's a wonderful surprise that's happening here. It allows you to restructure your life, and I feel like it's just waiting for the perfect moment for this great opportunity to sort of come towards you when you're ready for it, okay? So if you're waiting to hear back on a job, for example, or, you know, there's an opportunity that arises that allows you to create great abundance, because we have the Empress card. The High Priestess indicates intuitively you knew or you felt something was changing. Okay, the High Priestess is a sorceress. She understands things from a different viewpoint. She understands the undercurrent of the universe, and that divine timing is in order, and that actually we attract the right things towards us when the moment is right. Okay, thoughts become things. As you can see, there's two faces there becoming one, and you know, it can mean that the right opportunities at the right time, they absorb and they come towards us. Okay, whether it's people, whether it's opportunity, what is meant for us will never pass us by. And as you can see, the crown chakra, all the stars are sort of aligning there to bring you what you know to be true, that you can achieve this, that whatever it is you want, you can have. Like attracts like. Okay, so there's deep wisdom in that. The High Priestess understands things from a viewpoint of intuition rather than the logical mind. Some things are just not logical. Love is not logical. When you're wanting an opportunity so badly it never shows up, then as soon as you take your attention off it and think, you know what, screw it, it's probably not going to happen, it shows up. The watch pot never boils. Okay, very important to know that. Set your intention, take your first step towards achieving your intention, and watch it unfold. Okay, the Empress card is about abundance. Now, as you can see, things are starting to manifest for this Empress. Now, male or female, not a gender specific reading. It's about sowing the seeds of intention and then watching it start to manifest in the physical plane. So the Empress card is about abundance. It's about creativity. It could be about creation. So you could be all of a sudden find that you're all of a sudden pregnant. Okay, Sag, if you've been, you know, being with someone with wild abandon and you're not planning to have a child, so just be mindful, because we got the Death card, the Tower, which is a surprise, and the Empress. So some of you will be finding out that you're all of a sudden pregnant. Okay, also it could be a project that you're trying to create. This is a very creative time for you, Sag. So I feel like, you know, there is an honoring of your ideas, and you're brimming with potential and possibility to manifest whatever it is you're trying to achieve at this time. You're a very powerful creator, okay? You're aligning yourself with the energies of this time period. And I feel like whatever it is you're trying to create with your heart, it will come to term. Okay, so whether that's a career opportunity, whether it is a child, whether it is a relationship. Also, the Empress indicates that it's a very peaceful time for you. You're going to have a lot of peace of mind, but also you're turning heads. Okay, you're very attractive both inside and out, and you're starting to recognize that. And when you have a healthy boundary, or you have confidence, because the Empress is confident, okay? So, and confidence is the key to your success. That is your success in itself, okay? Because they're giving it to me like this. When you go to a party, obviously you see a person, if they're by themselves, you go and talk to that person, you know, you actually help them to come out of themselves by talking to them. But there's always one person who's like really loud, or you know, not abrasive loud, but they are wonderfully unapologetically themselves. People just gravitate towards them, their natural light. Okay, so it's about honoring your inner self, letting it shine, being your wonderful unconventional self. That's what people love. They don't want someone who's always the same. Okay, same gets a bit boring. It's okay to be boring as well. You know, often we're all just doing our life and it seems pretty boring, but actually other people who do not know us, they find that very fascinating. So, you know, it's horses for courses, okay? I don't know why they're giving it to me like that, but they are. Anyway, let's get straight to the details and see what else is coming on in for you for this time period. We got the Ace of Cups in the reverse. You're getting rid of anything that you don't love, basically, Sag. Anything that you do not have feelings for, you don't have passion for, you're separating from it, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? What do they need to know? Oh my gosh. This is beautiful energy. At first I was like, Ace of Cups in the reverse, the Hierophant in reverse, and there was like Two of Cups. I'm like, whew. How would you like to see? This one just spun right around here. Six of Pentacles. They want one more, so let's go for it. Thank you so much. The Moon in reverse. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups. You're releasing anything that disappointed you, anything that makes you feel let down, whether that's, you know, don't be too hard on yourself as well, Sag, okay? Whatever it is you're walking away from, you may feel like there's a sense of disappointment, or that, you know, someone either you're pretty fed up, they let you down or whatever. What they did was they actually showed you their true colors, and that they maybe were not meant for you. Okay, what is meant for us will never pass us by. It will never leave our side. The Ace of Cups in the reverse, crossing the Death card, indicates you're willing to let that go, that disappointment, okay? Or you're willing to let go anything that you have no strong emotions for, or that you're not trying to achieve. You're letting go. Now that could be a relationship, it could be job opportunities that you feel went another way, missed opportunities, whether that's in love, or there's no such thing as a missed opportunity, only an opportunity that was not meant for you. There was something greater to come. As you can see, we've got a Two of Cups that's come out a second time. So just be mindful, this is a different deck, and the Two of Cups is still coming out for you, okay? So they're indicating that there is unity, there is partnership, there is love for what you do, like attracts like. But it starts with releasing anything that holds you back, okay? Now the Hierophant card, I love that it's come out in the reverse for you, because this is rebellion, okay? This is about kicking back and just saying, you know what, I'm making some major changes in my world, and I don't care if people are not going to like them. I'm being me, and that's so important, okay? The Hierophant, I'm just going to show you in the upright. I love this. This is the Way of the Panda Tarot. For those of you who want to know the decks, I'm use the Moonology deck first, the White Witch Tarot, now the Way of the Panda, okay? So the Hierophant, as you can see, this little panda is in a suit. And you can see there's like steam coming out. Well, it's not coming out of their ears, but there's almost like this, you know, not blank energy, but, you know, it seems to be like a void. It just seems to be like energy coming out here. But then there's also this rainbow energy here, which is about individuality. It's about creativity. It's about your original kind of spark and that sort of colorful light of your soul coming out there. You know, there's two ways this could go. And this panda's wearing like a suit with a tie. And like suit and ties are wonderful, but, you know, it could represent, the Hierophant often represents structure or a rigid system. And we got it in the reverse. So I feel like you're kicking back against anything that you feel stifles you or tries to control you in any shape or form. You won't be guided by anybody but your own intuition and your own individuality, which I really love. That may shock a lot of people, okay? But your voice is very unique, and it's very important at this time, Sag. So whatever you're kicking back against, okay? I feel like there is also... The Hierophant often interprets secret knowledge, okay, within a rigid system. So it's almost like you're understanding the rules, or you're seeing some sort of pattern that has been created externally, and you're like, you know what, I'm not following that. I'm following my own guide, my own intuition, because you got that High Priestess right there. So that rebellious energy really fits in with the time period, you know, that second full moon in Aquarius. So I feel like the Hierophant also can be it can be a high level commitment card, okay? So this is about your commitment to your goals, your dreams, okay? So if you felt like you have been neglecting them, for example, or you feel like you have not committed as fully as you could have to some opportunities, it may have meant that you're sort of revisiting the plan and saying, do I really want to do this anymore? Okay, it's not that you have to be obsessive about your goals or dreams or relationships or anything like that, but if you feel like your heart's not in it, it's best to separate from these things, because they may be old ideas. Now, who we were when we were 20 is different who we are now, for example. So, you know, it's okay to adjust the plan and say, you know what, I'm not sure if I really want that anymore. You didn't fail at it just because you're walking away from it. You're actually learning that it just doesn't suit who you are now. You've grown, you're different. Or you may still want those things and adjust the plan of how to get there. So I feel like you're kicking back against something though, and you're separating from it. Now it could also be that you're separating from a marriage. If, for example, you're going through a divorce right now, and you're recognizing that you're unhappy where you were, and you may be deciding to honor yourself, and there will be love again. Don't feel like there'll never be love again, Sag, if you're separating from something, because we got the Two of Cups there as well. So if you are separating from whether it's a job, for example, and it's come to an end, maybe redundancy, or you've walked away from it, because I feel like you're making some powerful changes, or intuitively you knew things were changing and you were ready for it, okay? You set yourself up. So it could be whatever you're walking away from, there's something to replace it is in a healthy manner, okay? Now, you're not looking to replace anything. I feel like you're looking to honor yourself. But the Two of Cups indicates that there will be love after love, for example, or there will be a job opportunity. There will be unity after you leaving something else. The Two of Cups indicates that there is a balanced energy, okay? So I feel it really is this like attracts like energy. When you start putting yourself first, you get better opportunities, you get better love options, because you're honoring yourself, you're loving yourself fully, and therefore you're not willing to tolerate anybody who doesn't come with their best towards you, okay? Whether that's in career opportunities and offering money, or whether it's love, the Two of Cups also indicates harmony, transition, change. You got butterflies here. In in a lot of the decks, the Ace of Cups really, or the Two of Cups rather, the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups often have butterflies because it's a transformative love for self and for others, okay? So I do feel like there is a potential for love coming on in here for you in the next couple of weeks. If you've separated from someone and you felt like you haven't had love for a long time or even a short time, I feel like there's an opportunity to attract, because that's a very beautiful energy right there. You're attracting love and friendships and opportunities to the highest vibration that you're emanating at the moment, okay? Now we got the Page of Wands here. There's a tendency, Sag, to, you may have noticed yourself, there's a tendency that you get a little bit bored easily, okay? Because you like adventure, you like change, you like moving out of your comfort zone, and you may have felt like you were stifled recently, especially with major energies that are going on around the world at the moment. There is big restrictions, of course. So I feel like you may be looking at things where you get bored, where you sometimes become impulsive, or where sometimes you've been immature in energies. Now, we all do it, Sag, at some point. So you may be looking at where you haven't been so creative recently, for example, if you've had a creator's block. I feel like there's a lot that's coming to the surface here. What excites you? What makes you feel a bit meh? Okay, I'm going to pull a quick card on the Page of Wands to see, because as you can see, it's almost like this, and this is your card, Sagittarius. It's almost like this Sagittarian panda has arrived on scene, is excited about what's happening, very active, and you may have felt like you're not active recently. So you may be feeling like, okay, I got to get back into a regime of being fit or healthy, or because the Empress card says, I'm nourishing myself, I'm nourishing my body, okay? So I feel like you're doing a lot of plans. Things are coming to the surface where you're really taking a cold, hard look with that moon, and you're being honest with yourself and saying, meh, I've kind of fallen by the wayside when it comes to diet or exercise or things like that. And I'm feeling a little bit stuck in a rut. I'm feeling a little bit bored. How can I inject a little bit more passion into my world? Okay, I really feel like I'm going to go to this deck with this. I really feel like you're looking at getting yourself back out there again. That's the energy that I'm getting with this card. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please? Okay, they give me a song. Now, oh, do you want this card? Yes. Okay. Sorry, it was falling and I gripped it. I should have just let it fall, they said. They were giving me a song now, okay? And this song, I mean, they give this song to me about, I don't know what's wrong. This stone. It's jasper, just so you're aware. But it keeps falling out of my hand. It fell in the other reading the other day as well. So I'm going to have to separately check in with my guides and see what that's about. So maybe it's relevant, but I will check it out. And I'll put it in the comments box below. But they're giving me a song, so I have to give you the song first. They want me to focus on the song. The song came up maybe about a year ago, okay? And it's Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. You're breaking my confidence daily. I feel like that's what it's saying. It's really muffled. Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. You're breaking my confidence daily. Okay, so, I mean, that could be a love relationship. I mean, your name could be Celia. So if the song is relevant in some way, maybe you heard that song on the radio recently, or you just heard it before you listened to this reading, or you're going to hear it in the next couple of weeks. I would say a week and a half to 2 weeks. If that's you, there's something in this message for you. If it doesn't resonate, doesn't mean it's not your reading. It just means they want that person to pay close attention to the reading, as their attention may have wavered. But I feel like the gist of the song is, if there's someone, I'm not sure how the song goes. I'm sure it's a very famous song, but I can only give you what they're giving me. And I'm guessing the song is called Cecilia. But I feel it's more that someone is becoming aware that someone is breaking their confidence, or something is breaking their confidence. I'm not really sure. I feel like it is a love song, probably. No, they're just giving me on a loop, so I can't really tell you anything more than that. But it looks like, I mean, we got an Ace of Cups here, which is basically someone who disappoints, or if someone's disappointed you in love or an opportunity, or even if it's someone who's at work who tries to break down your confidence. There's a reason for that, Sag. People don't try and make others feel less confident about themselves unless they're projecting and they feel like there is a threat involved. Okay, so I'm just going to pull quick. We got the Death card again, the Two of Pentacles again, and the Ten of Swords. I mean, I'm pulling cards, Sag, from different decks. We got a Two of Cups, it came up twice. We got a Two of Pentacles in the reverse twice from different decks. We got the Death card twice from a different deck, and we got the Ten of Swords. So it's putting an end to anything that makes you a choice. The Death card says it's over. Okay, end of that. Let's move into a new cycle where we create new habits that are healthy, release ourselves from anything that's hindering us, and, honor our inner world. You've got the star there, healing, move forward away from that energy. The Two of Pentacles is you're putting yourself first, okay? You're not letting anyone treat you like a choice, or, again, whether it's in career, if someone passed you up for an opportunity, it's like done. You're walking away. The new energy, the Ten of Swords says, I'm ready for a new start. Okay, you're moving on. As you can see, look, you don't know where you're going, but you know sure as hell that where you are right now, it's like barren land. It's gone. Okay, so anything, it's like you're cultivating your world and looking for growth. So again, that could be friendships, opportunity, whatever it is, you're moving forward. And Spirit is guiding you. Okay, all those they're given to me as ravens. All those ravens are guiding you. And instinctively, you need to move forward on something. Now, we've also got the Moon card. So the Moon in reverse is about clarity, things coming to the surface. It is about any frustrating energy, because the Page of Wands in the reverse, Sag, which is your energy, you're feeling bored, frustrated, okay? And you're in search of things that are more in line with who you are, who honor who you are. The Moon card, it's almost like confusion. You may have felt really confused recently. I mean, there's a collective energy of feeling confusion with what's going on around the world at the moment, of course, and frustration. But you may have felt like your wings have been completely clipped there because that Page of Wands is in the reverse. So I feel like you're trying to cultivate the part of the world that you can, change the things that you can, and almost surrender to the things that you cannot. Acknowledge there are some things that you cannot change. It's frustrating, but you may be looking things from a different perspective, because they give me the Moon. It's almost like you're looking at any fears or anything that's keeping you frustrated and sort of really eradicating anything, making voluntary changes and trusting your intuition as you move forward. And we got the Six of Pentacles, so more balanced time. Whenever you get the Six of Pentacles, it is about reciprocity, giving and receiving. The universe, often when we acknowledge how much we help other people, and we acknowledge that it is a give and take, it is an ebb and flow, everything has its opposite, okay, then we become more balanced. And the Six of Pentacles in pretty much every deck is the universe about to bestow an opportunity upon you that you're not expecting, okay? In pretty much every deck. They want me to show you in this deck. Okay, interesting. They want me to show you in this deck. Six of Pentacles is, there's always a card of Spirit giving. Pentacles. Could you please guide me as to where the Six of Pentacles is in this? Okay, so they're indicating, Spirit's about to bestow either a financial reward on you or some sort of opportunity that you've been working really hard from. It's almost like a gift from the universe. Oh, wow, I cannot find it. I don't really want, there we go, Six of Earth. They said at the beginning, and that is the beginning, so they were right on this occasion. Yeah, golden opportunity. Now, as you can see, the stag is there. So it's something you've been fighting for, something you've been working really hard for, something you've been forging ahead or pushing forward for. And, you know, we had that the 8-8 portal, and a lot of energy that came out of that. There was, just before that, we had the last full moon, which is about... it was when the deers get their antlers, okay? So it is about fighting for something. Whatever it is that you've been working hard to achieve, there is going to be a reward for it. It's allowing you to move forward because they're showing the three-legged symbol to move forward. So there's going to be a wonderful opportunity that allows you to move forward. And it's because of all of your generosity of spirit, all that you've been giving, Sag. You've not been receiving back. The universe says, here's some good karma. We're going to give you. It's almost like a wish come true because they really want me to have a look at this. And I just noticed they're right. It's almost like a wishing well. Okay, you see all that bamboo? It's almost like offerings. It's like a wishing well there. And there's the scales. So when you get the scales, it's about karma, weighing things up. You know, so I feel like you're going to get your reward because of all the giving that you've been doing recently. Now I'm going to be using this deck just to get some final cards before we close the reading. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. The Queen of Water, okay? You're putting yourself first, Sag. Male or female, not a gender-specific reading. It is about the energy of the card. Oh my gosh. We got a King of Water and a Queen of Water. So, I mean, there could be some serious love opportunity coming your way if you're single, okay? Five of Water. They're just letting go of something. Nine of Air. Five of Air. Don't overthink it. What is meant for you will never pass you by. Okay, they want one more, and I'll... Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? Now, they were giving this to me when I was doing a meditation for you. I don't really mention anything from the meditation unless it comes up again in the reading. And they'll give me Toronto. So either you're thinking about moving to Toronto, or you're from Toronto, or a person that you just met is from Toronto. Please take it as it resonates. It's not going to resonate for everyone, that's for sure, of course, but please take it as it resonates. If it does not resonate for you, doesn't mean it's not your reading. It just means they want that person to pay close attention to the reading. Their attention may have wavered. But we have the Queen of Water. Now, just as I held this up, they said Jessica. Okay, Jessica. So if your name is Jessica, maybe there's something in this message for you. Again, if it does not resonate for you, it doesn't mean it's not your reading. Just means they want that person to pay close attention to the reading. I mean, you may have a friend called Jessica who introduces you to somebody or gives you an opportunity as well. So it can work in many different ways when they give me a name. The Queen of Water is about self-care. It is about self-love, putting your own needs first. Your emotional security is important. It's also about generosity. You always lead with love, Sag. You're a very sort of caring, giving person. But remember yourself. Okay. Also, this is about being comfortable in your own skin and nurturing yourself, recognizing that you deserve better in your world and working towards it. Okay. Also, we got the King of Water here. So this is about being diplomatic. It's about, if you're communicating anything, you're communicating your needs, or you're, making some shocking changes in your world. You can do it with diplomacy. And Sag, I love you guys and girls because you're always sharp shooting. To the point, because I'm Scorpio and I love that sort of honesty, but sometimes you got a spin on it that you're like, ouch, that was, so sometimes a little bit of diplomacy is key. But if it's not called for, Sag, then you be your wonderful, authentic self. Just tell it how it is, of course. That is the best way forward. But I don't feel like you would ever say anything to hurt another person intentionally. So this is non-judgmental energy with the King of Water. It's also about doing things with your heart and doing things that you love. Now, you could be partnering up with somebody in business or in love, and they're indicating that, you got to let go an old way of thinking as well. Okay, so we got some air coming through there. But either you're meeting your match, or, you know, you're partnering up with somebody that, you know, is, I feel like you'd be a good team. Someone who's a leader, or if you're separating from somebody, of course, Sag, know that there is love on the other side elsewhere. Right now, you may not be wanting that kind of love. You know, when you break up with someone, sometimes you're like, you know what, I'm done with love for a long time. But what is right for you will never pass you by. We do have the Five of Water. So the Five of Water often asks us to look at loss, or look at feelings of abandonment or change in a different way, knowing that we're releasing grief, or we're allowing that sadness to be processed and let it go in order to see what we really have. Okay, because often in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, for example, there's 3 cups that are spilt on the floor and there's a figure mourning it. But if they just turned around, there's 2 cups that are full and full of love there. So it's like you cannot see what is to come, Sag. There is better yet to come. So whatever you're grieving, let it go. Let it flow. Whatever is meant for you will never pass you by. Anything that's not meant to be in your world, it is taken from your world, okay? Spirit often hears the conversations that you do not, Sag, so they recognize what is meant for you, and they sort of take out anything that is not meant for your life, okay? There's often silver linings in natural departures, and rejection is often protection, okay? And redirection. So just be aware of that. The Nine of Air is there's no place for negative talk. Okay, so be easy on yourself, communicate what you need, but remember, this is a call to faith, okay? Affirmations, healthy affirmations, and having faith are important at this time. The Five of Air is also about non-conformative energy. It's about conflict, okay? Sometimes it's very healthy conflict or tension, you know? It's about honoring your authentic version of yourself. And if you're ruffling a few feathers by telling the truth, so what? You're telling your truth. Don't let anyone stifle that energy, okay? The ones that can handle it and the ones that love you unconditionally will always remain by your side. They will remain unruffled because they know that you're being your wonderful, authentic self, and they appreciate that, okay? The ones that are not meant to, I mean, there's definitely some sort of ruffling of feathers here in this reading, but I feel like you're honoring your truth, okay? And conflict is actually a really good way to not only assess your own motives in a situation and lead with integrity, but also to assess the motives of other people. You know, are the right people in your world? If those people are showing up, you know, judging you for anything, you know, because everyone has a certain expectation of others because of the way that they've always been. But if you're shaking up the system and you're doing something different, and then these people are like, excuse me, Sag, you are not normally like this. I can't take this. You're like, well, take it, baby, because this is the real me. So, you know, I'm just making some changes. And if you don't like it, then close the door and the way out. Okay, that includes opportunities and all of those things. It's not about being unkind or anything like that. It's about restructuring your world to make it more healthy. Seven of Earth says, you know, you're looking at where you've been very patient and where you have been giving and giving and giving, and sometimes people have not been giving back. Now, you do not give to get, of course, but you're acknowledging where you put your time, your energy, and you're asking yourself, is it worth it? Does it make me happy? Does it make me feel good about myself? If not, then there's a restructure. Also, I feel like whatever you've been working really hard on, because this is the next one up from this, you know, you're going from Six of Pentacles to Seven of Pentacles. I feel like there's going to be a reward for your hard work. Okay, but it's taken a long time to get here. There is success coming for you. There is success. You have waited a long time for it, but I feel like you're moving forward towards it. And knowing that you deserve it is important. Okay, Sag? So I will leave that there. That is quite interesting energy that's coming through there. How would you like to see? Thank you so much. We got deep knowing. So this is an important time. As I said, the crown chakra is being blown wide open, as well as the third eye. Deep knowing and being able to see the way forward. So as you can see, 43, when you reduce it, 4 plus 3 is 7, which is the Chariot card. Success, movement forward, overcoming any obstacles. You just know there's a lot of wisdom there that you have, Sag. I keep saying it every reading recently. You know, the root word of Sagittarius is sage, which is wise, knowledge. Okay, so let's see, number 43. Intuition, listening to the oracle within, empathy, hypersensitivity. Now, I'll give you the prosperity message first, and then I'll give you a relationship message because there's a lot of love cards in there, or cups, which is about goals, dreams, and love as well. So, prosperity message. This is a time when your hunches will pay large dividends if you listen to them. Take the risk and act. Within you, there is an oracular consciousness, a higher and deeper knowing that transcends the machinations of the smaller thinking mind. At the deep level of your intuitive senses, you have an access point to the genius of the collective. The energies of all thinkers and creators, all inventors and leaders, and all that you need in order to leap into success are available for you to tune into. This is an act of listening intently past the busy mind. Your genius awaits. Okay? And the relationship message is, there are occasions when you just know deep in your heart and soul that a person is going to play a meaningful role in your life. Someone crosses your path and suddenly, out of the blue, with this blue moon, you're connected at a deep level impossible to describe. That feeling marks a moment in time etched indeniably on your soul. Someone has entered your life who will play instrumental part in your journey, so pay attention. Two hearts are calling to each other to begin the alchemical process. This is also a sign that your intuition about the person you care about is correct. Trust your heart to lead you now. The magic is about to happen. Okay, so whether it's in love or business or in friendships, everybody is there, important. They are there to teach us a lesson, okay, and be intrinsic to our journey. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Okay, we got the bicycle. So bicycle is about movement forward, and you've been given a couple of three-legged symbols there for you to move forward. So you will definitely be moving forward at this time. Also, it's about life cycles. Okay, there's two wheels on that, so maybe two cycles are coming together as one after a period of separation, or perhaps you're just fitting with somebody. You're just meeting someone or meeting the right opportunities. Just fits, and you work together on something to move forward towards success. Now they want this on the Empress card, so very important to know that you are enough, Sag. I will leave that there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me. Also, if you'd like to be given the chance to win a free personal reading, all you have to do is complete something in the month of August, and I will, so just give me a name, Marcus. So if your name is Marcus, there's something in this message for you. It's not going to resonate for everyone, of course. If it does not resonate for you, it doesn't mean it's not your reading. It just means they want that person to pay close attention to the reading. Yeah, so complete something, whether it's pay that bill, clean out that closet, whatever it is, complete a task in August. It actually makes you raise your vibrations and make way for new energy, which is really positive. Also, spend some time in your wonderful care and attention. Okay, so have a date night with yourself, whether it's cozy up in front of a movie with your popcorn on the sofa by yourself and enjoy your own company. Set an intention to do it. Like next Tuesday, I'm going to have a date night all by myself from 7 p.m. and I'm going to just love my own company, or head out to a gallery, whatever it is. Experience it, okay? You don't have to share with collective if you do not wish to. Just put the word completed and I'll gravitate towards one lucky subscriber on the 27th of August, and I'll upload their name in a video on the 27th of August. Okay, my beautiful Sag, I'll leave it there. Thank you so much. Love and light.